with my good friend Chucky, and we're going to quickly look in to top 6 of this event already. A titan of a matchup between Glutonny and Spargo. Let's get straight into it.
Yeah, what a great set to start off top 6 with. Two players that you really didn't expect to be in losers. This is a 5th place match, and that is not something that you expect at all going in. But yeah, I mean, the two have just had some really tough runs through the bracket. Semi, of course, upsetting Spargo. And it's going to be a really tough set as he's got Gluto in his way. The two have traded back and forth sets over time, and these two are two really capable players.
Absolutely. Again, these two, not... Sorry, 1 second. But yeah, again, these two players, again, just some of the best of the entire pick here today. Obviously, Glutonny and Spargo both having very weird runs in this bracket, fortunately falling down both the crepe slate, I believe. So we'll see how it goes down. I mean, you would expect this to happen somewhere towards the grand finals area, but we're happy that we're getting it now. But what's really sad is one of these players has to go down. Glutonny starts things off strong.
Yeah, great start for Gluto there. And now you can tell he's going to be a little bit patient. He's going to take the time to adapt. That lets approaching be a bit more of a mix-up, and of course it lets you get the waft going. Got to bob and weave around these big cloud disjoints that Spargo uses so well.
Yeah, absolutely. Seeing Gluto with a couple up airs here on center stage, trying to hold on to this position as much as he possibly can here. Forward air comes out. Limit is on deck here for Spargo. Question is how is he planning to use it? Bikes there as well. Gonna try and stop him in his tracks. Incredible DI here. Glutonny still living at 157 here, and again, probably trying to wait out that limit. Doesn't want to get hit with anything too strong. Blade beams out. Decides to use the waft here early on. Spargo's still alive. False hope with the electric, with the false skill spot to check.
Yeah, false hope, but not the end of the world. Gluto picks it up with an up smash instead, and to be fair, he's going to take that damage from the quarter waft. Gotta be very careful here. Again, just trying to be as patient as possible to find that opening, that nair. Get that bread and butter going, and up throw will do it. Only taking 24, no air dodge from Spargo. Gonna keep going though. Now you're starting to really rack up the damage. Now it's starting to look like it could be a 3-stock. And this is something you got to keep in mind about Gluto. When he figures you out, he's not getting hit!
Incredible play there from Glutonny. 3-0 in terms of their stock count. A 3-stock and a dream for this Frenchman, who has been on an absolute tear of a run against the ranked #1 player in the world. And honestly, when it starts off like that, momentum is definitely going to be in your favor if your name is Glutonny.
Exactly. Swing is well and truly his. He loves competing with this European crowd that will be cheering for him in this set. That's a big factor. And you know how big of a factor that can be. And we know how highly even players like Spargo, MKLeo, they rate Glutonny's adaptation more than almost anyone. When he figures you out, it's like nothing else.
Comes down to experience as well. I mean, Glutonny has been in these situations where he's had to adapt in these high-pressure scenarios, especially to characters that, like Spargo's Cloud, for example. And he's been able to show the results of that quite nicely. And we'll see whether or not if he's able to keep that up. Again, 80% currently here. Spargo just trying to hold on to this center stage here really nicely as well. A couple forward airs being thrown out here. Side B really looking to try and deal some damage away to get in for something big and explosive. But again, Gluto just being able to capitalize so nicely off of these throws. Big up throw and a back air combo there from Glutonny. And he's looking so strong right now. Again, limit on deck for Spargo, but he hasn't been able to use it. Cross slash comes out. Brilliant parry. The punish with the forward smash there. But Spargo able to get his.
Yeah, just charged it a little bit too long, and Spargo going to punish. And you got to make sure you don't tilt, but as we know, Gluto has been hit by plenty of things over the course of his career. He's going to try not to tilt, but he's got hit by 3 side Bs in a row. It seems like Spargo's starting to adjust to when Gluto is going to go and dash in, and he's really racking up the damage now. Good players will take a lead like this and run away with it, and he is running away with it.
Absolutely, couldn't have said it any better myself. His 76% blade beam is out, and from what we saw in the previous game, it's like, they've sort of flipped the script here, Chucky. It's like now that we're seeing this 3-stock potential come out here from Spargo himself here. He's definitely taken that last game to heart. You can definitely see it here. Brilliant air dodge from Spargo, mixing up the recovery here this time around. Gonna be playing it a little patient, gets the up air, gets a second one. Once again, making sure that Gluto lands right on top of it. Brilliant trade here from Glutonny. Both of them are just moving around so well here. Back air again. just all over him right now. Down air's going to come out, and Spargo loses the stock. We are not seeing a 3 stock this time around, Jackie.
Oh, we will see a JV3 though. We will see a JV3. What a catch. Wow, all right. Prepared right from the jump. These two players are stone-faced. They both just got cleared out by each other, and their expressions did not change. That is the sign of a good mental, if I've ever seen one.
They are stone-faced killers. Jackie, that's what they are. That's what they do. Every tournament they go to, all they do is claim souls. This is their job. But honestly, what a way to close that out there for Spargo. JV3 may have not been the 3 stock. We're going right back to Pokemon Stadium 2. Both of these two do not want to waste any time. Reminder that this is indeed top 6 of Gamescom land. We want to thank you guys so much for joining us here once again. This is top 6 losers quarterfinals. Spargo and Glutonny up 1 against each other. The loser of this out, and the winner will move on into your top 4. So this is really interesting, honestly, on how this is playing out so far. Both players at pretty even percentages. We start things off once again. Pokemon Stadium 2.
Yeah, great start. Very even from both players. Gotta be careful here, starting to get a hang of these parry timings, but again, that cross slash that was so important last game, also coming out here. Wario, a character that's very floaty, it's very hard to get traditional combo routes on him, so being able to make the most of something like cross slash that can do a solid 20% on its own is important. Hang on. Unable to find anything too crazy, looking to try and catch that double jump, but Spargo's recoveries, mix-ups are just too good.
Yeah, they've been such a pivotal part of that recovery. Spargo being able to make it work, mixing up his timing on the way that he's been able to make himself recover, coming back to stage here again, looking for that up air, wasn't able to find it, but the back of the extension off of the bike actually going to go ahead and take Spargo's very first stop. 137 on Wario. Gluto charging up for that waft potentially later down the line. We've only ever seen it once this set, and even then it wasn't fully charged here. Again, Gluto playing this very cautiously. Back throw coming out from Spargo here. He's looking to charge that limit up once again. Throws out an up air in anticipation for a really bad landing here. And again, Spargo just controlling this stage really nicely so far, Check.
Yeah, beautiful use of his disjoints to try and wall Glutonny out. But Glutonny has that lead, and he'll happily wait. As we said before, he's going to stand just outside that wall, but he's not going to get time to. The up air comes out. Waft's still building up.
Waft's still building up, indeed. Again,
yeah, I saw the flash.
Yeah, same. You saw it, I saw it. He's blinking yellow. He's flashing yellow, sorry. Can only mean one thing. If he can get that setup, if he can get that meaty setup, that could be the end of the stock there for Spargo. But again, it hasn't seemed like he's found too much success. Limit cross slash putting in the work here again. A couple of pieces more damage here. 88%. Another back air out there again to bridge. Look at this edge guard attempt from Spargo. Up B off of the waft.
Yeah, had to burn it to recover. Oh, it was the right play, and he's gonna keep living and keep going because of it.
No
Catches
way.
the double jump here. Got to burn limit. Oh, unable to find the down air. That would have killed. But yeah, it's
Oh my
really
god.
Really smart from Spargo to just keep the bike there. Make sure that he had to burn the waft to recover, and now Gluto trying to get an edge guard of his own or a back air here, trying to keep things even. Without the waft in play, down tilt dash attack's not going to take it quite yet.
No, not yet. Again, that bike is out there as well. Just in the corner, setting up potential corner pressure here, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. As Spargo's able to get that back air, give himself a little bit of room. Brilliant parry, no punish. Again, staying a little too far away. Spacing is everything. Spargo was in the perfect spot over there to avoid a potential punish. And once again, dash attack coming out here, and Spargo still living. But the limit is on. Climb Hazard had to be used to make it back to stage, but the back air off of the shield, and Spargo has one more stock to take. But again, 141% Chucky. That is not too hard to take out for Gluto.
Yeah, unfortunate for Gluto, just a little late to react there. Very careful here. Again, the cross slashes start coming out at that low percent. Gluto's starting to adjust though.
Nice.
Yeah, gets the
There we go.
confirm. And Waft is online. We've got to be careful here. Half
And this is
Waft,
what we
but still available.
And this is what we were talking about earlier on, right? It's this adaptation that Glutonny definitely has that's just been so key in a lot of his game plans, where essentially he might be down a bit, but then the moment that he figures out how you're playing in that moment, that download, the moment it's complete, that's where Glutonny shines the most. And it definitely seems like that's become the case here. Climb has it up, be out of shield here from Spargo. Brilliant get off me option there. Nice, here we go into the up throw into up air. Gets the forward air, catches the roll, potentially not entirely. Spargo does have limit though. Wants to potentially lay a rip at some point, but there is the waft. Again, we're going to potentially see it here for a second time. Both players have that big option to kill with. Gluto makes it back on the stage with a double jump. And there's the waft! There it is!
The armor! He sits there and he rips it. He doesn't care. Does this a few times as well, because it's just a mix-up that you never expect. It's something that will only really go for maybe once a set. But God, can it win games.
Oh my God. We've seen how many times Waft has been able to put a man out of that situation there. And as you said before, as you noticed, the armor off of the Waft was what was able to send Glutonny and Spargo into the stratosphere, causing this game 4 scenario. Glutonny up 2. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Gluto. Wow. Wow. What an end to that game as well. We might... I think we're just seeing song choices. I was going to say, I thought we might see some stage counter picks, but probably not. They're going to run it straight back to PS2. And yeah, Glutonny up 2-0, looking to storm into bracket. And Spargo, by surprise, going to end up in, what, 5th place? Sorry, 2-1. Spargo, by surprise, going to end up in, what, 5th place? Wow, I mean, I don't know, these European players got hands. I don't know, Semi, Gluto?
Semi, Gluto, both of them, yeah. I mean, you can never really truly count him out just yet. Game 4, Cloud, you never really know what could potentially happen here. But then that being said, though, Gluto's adaptation, as well as just the momentum that he has had going into this game, into this set, has been absolutely incredible. The question is, can he hold on to it for just a little bit longer for it to be enough to seal the deal? Catches the roll on the tech there. Brilliant stuff here from Glutonny. Climb Hazard's going to hit there, and again, Spargo manages to make it back to stage. Looking to secure that center stage once more is Glutonny, moving around once again.
Yeah, and it feels like Spargo has been counter-adapting, so the longer this game goes on, the more we might see some of that. So it's trying to back off a little bit here. These big Cloud disjoints that, again, Spargo is so good at using, threatening the limit. Okay, nothing too crazy yet.
Spikes in hand here again, probably trying to ricochet off of it to get an attack. And again, once more, those hitbox extensions using that bike could definitely be such a dangerous thing. But Gluto doesn't need it there again. Back air is going to really make it work here and make ends meet. Gluto up a stock here at the moment. But we've seen Spargo capable of taking a stock at such a quick time. The question is can that happen here again? Both of these players playing in such a pivotal scenario. Once again, as you mentioned before, if Spargo were to lose this, we'll end up in 5th place. He doesn't want to allow that to happen here. Not today, as he gets a dash attack, and we are now down to 2 stocks apiece.
Yeah, again, trying to use those hitbox extensions, but a little bit too telegraphed there. We are dead even, but the longer we wait, the less even feels. And that's why, yeah.
Very
that's
true.
why.
We were waiting for it. We were waiting for it. It was bound to happen at some point, and there it is. I mean, the Waft is in play. It is online. And even if Gluto does lose this stock, remember, it is still in play until Glutonny decides to use it. So regardless of whether or not he does die here, he could still set up for something pretty big. It could definitely help out in the long run here. But again, Gluto playing very far away, trying to avoid these disjoints here, Jackie. Those back airs, those forward airs, and trying to basically create this opening in order to try something big here again. Mixing up the recovery there with the air dodge, massive up smash. Good catch from Spargo. Not going to kill just quite yet.
Yeah, just try to force Spargo to overshoot so that he can get whatever setup that he's looking for. Climb Hazard not going to do anything crazy. Chances are we won't see Waft in this stock anyway. That will be a last stock situation. Gluto trying to find a way here. Again, that bike can be super useful, not just for the platform extensions, but to cover certain options. Fair comes out though. Around those up airs. So gotta wait here.
Still gotta wait indeed. Bike out here again. Waft still in play once more here, but Spargo 140%. Still making things work here again, but the blade beam not gonna hit just quite yet. Gluto was just a little underneath it. Spargo getting caught out with the back throw here. Glutonny looking to try and take him off stage here once more. Climb hazard. Spargo making it back. Looking for the up air here once again. Holding on to the center stage once more. Oh boy. There's a dash attack there. Down tilt dash attack. Glutonny are now one stock apiece between both of these players. 0%. It could go either way, but Spargo wants to take that early damage straight on. 23% so far, Checky.
Yeah, and you see how he's been backing up a little bit. Gluto just trying to use his presence to get Spargo into the corner. Unable to find any confirm there, though. Just dropped out of Nair. Looking for a grab. That's not going to connect either. Nair 1 into Nair 2. Still not going to quite work. Again, looking for those confirms. You can see Spargo camping him out a little bit. You've got that extra mobility from Limit to make it work. Trying again.
Heart is beating, man. Heart is beating fast because I really want to see both of these players just advance, but it's scary knowing full well that this could potentially be it. The Wolf misses, the air dodge out. Spargo's still alive. 75% back throw coming up from Spargo. Looking for that up air, wasn't able to find it now. And again, both players just trading hitboxes back and forth. That almost looked like it could have been potentially the end of the set there from Gluto, but again, they find themselves in a stalemate scenario, Chucky.
Yeah, we thought the set could be over, but it feels like it might just be beginning. Spargo taking control a little bit here. Looking to push this to a game 5, but yeah, Limit's online, but can he get down? Yep. Gotta be careful here. That's the F throw, looking for an edge guard.
No, this is going to be rough here again. Back air coming out from Spargo, throwing these hitboxes out, looking for something down there potentially. Limit offline here now. Forward air here coming out from Spargo again, just trying to cover this ledge as best as he can. You see these empty jumps, trying to mix up the timing here for a potential big back air because that will kill in this scenario. Dash attack, good punish here from Glutonny, getting the forward air. Wasn't able to find it now. It looks like Spargo's being a little bit too aggressive. Doesn't want to go for anything where he overextends and gets punished. Where Glutonny on the verge of death, and as is Spargo, all you got to do is just kind of tickle him a little bit. Man, this is scary to watch here. Forward air, and we're going to game 5.
Wow. Patience from Spargo towards the end there. To not overshoot, to not get too carried away trying to find this kill, trying to complete this comeback and keep yourself in the bracket. Just willing to put up that wall, make Gluto come to him and fire away.
High risk scenario and situation for both Gluto and Spargo here, and in a scenario like that where just one hit can change the entire trajectory of just your set, but on top of that your entire bracket run, anything can happen, man. And it was such an interesting it's such an interesting thing to see them both scramble looking for that final hit. Spargo with a sigh of relief, and again in a high pressure scenario like this, it is only bringing out the best in both of these players. Game 5, this is it for either one of them. One of these players is going to bow out at 5th place. The other one will move on into 4th. Anything is possible. Let's get straight into game number 5.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, man.
Game 5, top 6 gamescom. And Spargo starts things off nicely. Get a solid 40. So looking for the quick response here.
Fully. Cross slash coming out here again for both these players who, once more, even percentages, even stocks at the moment. Again, starting things off very nicely here. Both players just kind of moving around, looking for something there. Cross slash coming out. That's going to be a really considerable amount of damage here for Spargo already early on. Up air coming out here once again, trying to bounce him around. Brilliant back air coming out from Glutonny here, holding on so nicely. Once more, Gluto trying to play this patient, but the down air will hit there from Spargo. Solid stuff so far.
Yeah, doing a good job at holding stage so far. Spargo's starting to swat this guy out of the air. These big anti-airs coming out.
Oh, man. And that's what's been, you know, helping him out a lot. We've seen early on in this game that Gluto has definitely been on top of Spargo quite a lot. And Spargo being able to sort of punish that using that up smash to essentially take that stock. And as you said, for a lack of a better term, basically swatting him out of the air using those anti-airs. Absolutely insane play there from Spargo. It's definitely working out in terms of that momentum being pushed in his favor. Nice, good stuff with the up tilt there. Brilliant parry into forward tilt. And again, Spargo just seems on form.
Yeah, great work from Spargo so far. He's starting to run away with it here. Hang on a minute. He says, I'm not losing to these Europeans right now. No way.
Go, proving why he's got that #1 rank in his system there again. But Glutonny, one stock away from a loss, a reverse 3-0 in the books potentially here. And again, this is so rough. Dash attack comes through. Gluto takes a stock here. Spargo looking for that forward tilt, trying to keep Gluto out. And again, those like disjointed hitboxes that we were talking about earlier on, man, those things are going to be so pivotal in a matchup like this, where Gluto has to get in close no matter what. He has to scrap with you, and you have to force him into an uncomfortable scenario where he cannot do that to you. Spargo has the tools to make it happen. Limit is on deck here once again. So is Waft. It is the blue versus the yellow. Chucky, Blade Beam is out, and once again, this high pressure scenario created for Glutonny is getting really, really hard.
Oh, it is getting more and more and more difficult for Gluto to clutch here. Sitting at 142. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make it, but who knows? With Waft, anything is possible. Gotta be really, really careful here. Spargo taking his time, knowing that he can get limit if he needs.
He doesn't need to rush this.
Yeah, exactly. You've got so many extra kill options there.
Whoa, no! Wait! No!
Oh, the spaghetti is all over the floor!
No.
That's the second time. Oh, that's the second time Gluto's missed Waft at a crucial moment.
Oh my
and you have to
God.
wonder how much of a toll that can take on him. Wow. Okay. Spargo seals it with the up air, and that missed Waft punish is going to haunt Glutonny for a while. Both of them, in fact. But Spargo taking full advantage. And he had a considerable lead going into that second one as well, right?
No, absolutely. And I mean, I couldn't have probably agreed with you any more there. And it was one of those ones where Spargo did have a lot more momentum going into that final game, and obviously was able to run with said momentum. But when it came down to those sort of last minute moments between him and Gluto, once again, you could weigh it out into being, it could have gone either way. God, that was, I don't know what happened with that Waft. I don't know if it was